Oh, the zombies are gathering. They're kind of everywhere. I've killed one of their own. There we go. Luckily, right now I have a Smite 5 sword on me, so these guys are going down like butter. Is that something people say? I don't know. I'm trying to get used to smack talk. It's not really working for me. Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs. Welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla. This is episode 23, possibly. I've not really been keeping track of episode numbers. Got myself some milk because we're going to fight the Wither today. Last time I fought the Wither, I made this big kind of storyline episode. I was really pleased with it. I really liked how it turned out. But this time around, I'm just going to do it completely straightforward. I've got a ton of stuff with me. I've got Strength Potion, Regen Potion, Fire Resistance, Jump Boost, Night Vision. I don't think I'll need water breathing, but you never know. I haven't got that on me, though. I've got a Notch Apple. May as well eat that as well, because I made that in the last episode. And we're just going to fight the Wither down here, directly underneath my base, which may or may not be a bad idea, but I think I can pull it off because I've got a Smite 5 sword on me. I've got decent armour. Armour's pretty much alright. Main reason I want to do it is because Jeff is on the server, and I like fighting Withers when someone else is on the server because the noise really freaks them out. So let's build the soul sand over here. Let's put 2 of the skulls on, do all of the potions and whatnot, and then jump boost is probably the least important of all of them, but we may as well have it anyway. I just wanted to use a potion of jump boost, haven't really done that before. Regen, then strength, then skull, and then run. I'm going to try and block him in over here if I can. There we go, now he can explode in peace. Okay, let's do this. Come at me, bro. That guy went down so hard, didn't even lose any health. Well, I kind of did, but I regenerated it. Sorted. Oh, and I'm out in the ravine. Awesome. Let's make our way back up to the surface and I'll resume the episode there. Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to be working on some of the houses in Earthquake Town today, and of course my cat chooses to jump off the table as soon as I start talking. He's making a ton of noise in the background, but that's fine. I figured these guys would have like sandstone floors and stuff in here, because sandstone is a really good texture you can use to make things look kind of cracked. It's pretty easy to do, and like even stuff like this, like the inside texture of these stairs is cracked, so it makes a little bit of sense that the floor around here would have cracked, because this is Earthquake Town. This is a place that has been damaged a little bit by an earthquake, and I've not really done a great deal here since the last episode. In fact, I've done virtually nothing. I've dug out a little bit more of this kind of fault crack line thing that I made last time around. I kind of like this as an aesthetic in general. I did this in the Democratic Republic of Mushroom on the last server. I had the... Whoa, did not mean to jump down there so fast. I had the mushroom that was banging its head against the cliff face, and that kind of had cracks extending out from it with stone and dirt and that kind of stuff. So I figured I would do something kind of similar here. And what I mean to do is put in some of this cracked sandstone using the underside of stairs, because that definitely looks like the floor has been a little bit shattered. So I like that. I think that's going to be worth working with. And I've been farming acacia for the outside of here, and that's going quite well. I just really need to start cracking on and doing it this time around. I wanted to get the beacon. I want to fight the Wither and get the beacon together, because I have a couple of plans for a villager trading hall. I really want to move my villagers out of the underside of the temple. That's kind of going to be the next thing I do. May as well put a bit of sand in here, I guess. And I do want the floor to have multiple levels, so it's going to kind of come up a step here and down a step to this bit. So let's throw in some sand over here at kind of random angles. Yes, I know my shovel's too efficient. It's kind of hilarious. But yeah, I wanted to set up a villager trading hall for my villagers so that they can come out from the underside of the temple and I can actually organise them in a useful way, because right now they're just kind of milling around under there. And I've been doing a bit of villager trading. I've been trading off all of the zombie flesh for emeralds, and I might even use emerald blocks as my beacon base at this rate, because we don't have a proper iron farm set up on the server yet, and that is kind of the block I have the most of right now that I'm not going to do anything with. Because as you've seen in previous episodes, I've been giving people my gold, although Paige gave a bit of it back because she felt kind of bad that I'd given her so much. She expected to get like 2 gold from sending me, 50 carrots and mushrooms, or 60 carrots and mushrooms or whatever, and I gave her a gold like for each, and she was like, I don't want that much gold, I feel bad. But I have a ton of gold, Paige, so feel free to go back and take it back again, although it's kind of in my ender chest right now, isn't it? So you can't. But if you want it back, let me know. And B-Ran has not yet responded to my revised offer about the rabbits, although I hope he'll be a little bit more pleased with that, especially seeing as I threw so much gold at Paige in the first place. I'm not exactly keen to keep it right now. I really wish stairs were just placed the way I wanted them to. There we go. Okay. I reckon more of this could probably be cracked too, so we will deal with that. And I don't want so much grass in here. In other areas of the ruin, I'd be a little bit happier with the grass kind of popping up through the floor, but around here, not so much. I think these floors are, to some extent, built to last. I mean, the citizens of this town must have been somewhat prepared for the fact that they were going to have an earthquake. The walls of the building are always going to be worst affected, but the floor is never going to be too bad, so we don't need to worry about that too much. And we don't know how powerful this earthquake has been, but I imagine it's been pretty bad, because the surrounding area, I mean, if you consider it's an earthquake that was bad enough to move the tectonic plates or whatever so that this island started to drift away into the ocean, then it's got to be pretty bad. I imagine the floor would be a little bit busted up, but the problem with this is that I keep like leaping over it or trying to and falling down, so I need to get out of that habit. I am not like the pro parkour type, but I definitely do a lot of jumping around over stuff instead of just walking on the roads. I sprint everywhere a lot, which is probably kind of a bad habit, especially seeing as I might be involved in a UHC coming up. I'm not sure quite when that's going to happen. We're going to figure out the plans for it at some point, but if I'm available, I'll definitely do it, because I've been watching the Hermitcraft UHC, and oh man, that is taking me back to doing the UHC, the first one I did with Voidbound, and it's so much fun. If you guys haven't tried UHC before, I definitely recommend it. Obviously, it's a PvP game mode, and there are certain like rules and stuff in place, so it's kind of not for everyone. But I didn't think I was much of a fighter, but I got a little bit competitive in that UHC until I gave up and built a house at spawn. So yeah, we had kind of bad luck that time around. We were down in a cave staircasing for ages. We had the rule where you can't strip mine for resources, so we were trying not to do that. And we did not find a single diamond the entire time. Me and D&H Gamer from the Voidbound server, we tried our hardest and we did not find any kind of diamonds. We barely found enough gold for some golden apples, so on the last day we kind of came up to the surface trying to find people. Everyone else was still down in caves, as far as I can recall from watching their footage. I'm pretty sure they were still all underground. And yeah, we just went to spawn and built a house and waited for people, and we were the first to die, more or less. I don't think that'll be spoiling it for anybody, because it's been up on my channel for a while, but if you want to go back and watch my UHC, my first time, my debut UHC, then feel free to go and do that. It's in my video history somewhere. I might even have playlisted it, I can't remember. So this is quite a nice floor. I mean, it's got all the kind of cracks in it and the stuff that, like I said, you would expect from a house that had been slightly earthquaked. It's got a couple of sandstone stairs in here, just heading into the floor like that. We can do a little bit with furniture in here, I guess. We can get started on the walls, and I might do that now. Let's see what we've got. I've definitely been cooking up some stone, and I've already got some acacia in my inventory. What else can we throw in here that would be of interest? Probably some stone slabs. I'm not going to keep the cobblestone in the walls. I'm probably going to change that out now. And I'm not sure if we should go with smooth stone or stone brick. I mean, stone brick kind of makes sense, but it just gets used everywhere. So I kind of want to see what regular smooth stone would look like. I've been building a little bit with smooth stone on the private server that Kane has set up for his family members, and that's been a lot of fun. I've been doing a lot of building in creative, and one of my recent live streams even was creative building, and I might do another one of those maybe tomorrow. I can't be sure about that, but I will probably get a little bit of live streaming done tomorrow. So if you guys are around and you want to hang out, it's not going to be like a formal like event or anything, and I'm probably just going to hang out and build stuff in creative like I did before. But if you want to hang out, then keep an eye on your subscription feeds and you should see a notification saying I've gone live. So that will be worth checking for. Let's put a little bit of stone brick in here. I want the wall texture to be kind of varied, I think. It's just going to be a little bit messed up everywhere. That seems to be the theme right now. And I don't want any of the acacia wood from the end of the logs to be showing, so I'll cap it off with stuff like that where I can. I want to have the internal door frames and stuff be acacia though. I think that's probably a good plan. We can get rid of this log in a second as well because I'm not going to use that. But the internal architecture of this place, I think sandstone and acacia wood go really nicely together. They have this nice kind of... acacia is kind of pale, despite the fact that it's such a bright orange. It's got that slightly pastel vibe about it. And I think sandstone matches that quite well. So that's my justification for having these two together. It's kind of a high contrast, but it's a good contrast. So I like that. I like that. This is me trying to do the jumping thing, just trying to get over. Where is crafting table? Crafting table is here. I moved this crafting table in the last episode to over here because I was like, why have I put it over in that house? And now I'm working on this house instead, which is kind of hilarious and is pretty much what I do all the time. Let's dig this out and let's have a wood plank there and a stair block next to it. So again, the doorway has taken a little bit of damage here and there as well. Night is falling, night falleth. And yeah, Jeff is still on the server. I haven't really been away all that long. It's really nice to have him back. It's just kind of cool that we have more people hanging out now. Let's put those in there. Let's get the axe back on the bar so I can deal with some of this wood. And yeah, pretty standard doorway, but I don't have much else that I plan to do with it. It's probably not even going to have a door in it, to be honest. Or if it is, it's going to be like an iron door facing that way, like it's kind of come off its hinges. I like doing that recently. That's something I've been doing, is kind of building doors off their hinges. And iron doors won't be recognised by the village if I have my villager trading hall somewhere nearby, is the plan. So that's kind of what I'm going for there. I've only got one iron ingot on me though. And I think I have a bunch of iron doors back at my house in Freehaven that I've just left there. So I'll go back and get one of those and I'll put the door in another time because I'm sick of making iron doors with all of my iron and then just having them all sit around, because you get 3 every time you make them, don't you? So kind of don't need that right now. So this is going to be the main entrance to the house. I think this is going to be like a little, it could almost be like a horse stable kind of thing. Like it can be a horse yard or something like that, or a loading area or something, so that this can be like the main area of the house. Let's at least finish off the floor in here. Get rid of the rest of this. I feel like that's kind of nice to have this gateway, and the outside yard can be stone, and then the entrance to the house is going to be this acacia doorway. I think it's good. The other thing about building doorways without doors in is that it allows you to build more than 2 high, because the fact that you can only ever have 2 high doors in something is a bit of a shame. I don't think there's really anything they can do about that, but there you go. It would be really nice if you had like a big castle with a functional door. I suppose you could do it with pistons and stuff like that, but it's a pain just waiting for the things to open. Haven't really done much in the way of making those big, like, 4x4 piston door kind of situations. I've only ever done small ones before, so maybe that's worth looking into. I don't know, maybe I should do something like that. What do you guys think? Put a couple more cracks in the floor over here. Instead of these upside down cracked stairs, just have, like, stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool. I think that works. Pretty neat. And then yeah, we can work on the walls too. Let's bring some of this down. And I do like the idea that I came up with in the last episode of having the last episode from the ruin, of having the pillars over here kind of be stone, and then after they get to a certain height they become acacia logs, because they're like wooden beams extending up to help support the top tier of the house. I think that's a good plan. So we will continue that theme over here. And I quite like it. I do like the vibe of this area a lot, and it's kind of cool that I'm finally building with acacia, because it's taken me a while to get around to that. Yeah, this needs to be taller as well, I think. It needs to be like a taller main gate, maybe a little bit wider, so you can fit a horse through it, basically. Not that I have a horse around here, and I've been keeping trouble over on the mainland, over on the part of the continent over there by Freehaven. We never really think of these things as like countries or continents or something like that, but this is kind of a separate landmass. I think it adjoins in a couple of places, but the ocean along here does join pretty far. So I kind of think of that as like a northern continent, and this is a southern one, because this is pretty large. It goes on for quite a while, past the temple, past Page's base, which is somewhere over there, and beyond. And I keep meaning to explore a little bit more of it. And I know eventually, like if this place gets big enough, there is a swamp over there that I really want to build some stuff in, because it would be really cool to build like a flooded community as well as this kind of this earthquake community and stuff. Like I think it would be really cool to build like a succession of places that have been affected by natural disasters, which seems kind of macabre, I guess. It feels a little bit kind of insensitive, I don't know, but I like the idea of it being a building challenge. And personally, I like witch huts and stuff. I think they look really cool in the swamps, just kind of sat there by themselves. So I kind of want to add to that, add to the architecture of swamps, and have them have a little bit more than just murky water and witch huts and the occasional tree. How does that look? Is that a good archway? Nah, it's okay. That's alright. I wonder what we can do to improve the look of that. I think maybe it needs to come up one block on the edges. I think that's probably a good plan. We can make these pillars proper stone as well. We can make them smooth stone. I'm just completely filling my inventory with stuff right now. So I want those 4 high. That seems like a plan. 4 high here. And then, how did we start them off before? Did we have it going inside first? Like that, I think we did. Because yeah, that'll look alright. I think that's a decent height for it now. Hoop, there we go. Yeah, just want it to be a little bit higher than that doorway over there. And then we'll pop these 2 in, step back and admire our handiwork. That's looking better. It kind of needs to have stairs on here now, right? Yeah, because that just looks kind of weird with it sticking out. Unless putting slabs on here would make it look... No, that makes it look worse. It was worth a try. It was definitely worth a try. Do I have any stairs left? I've got the cobblestone ones. Let's try those. Yeah, that's definitely a better angle for it. Just getting the angles right sometimes is a little bit tricky. Let's put some dirt down. Okay, so let's take out a couple of these and put them around here. In fact, one of them could be a slab, one of them could just be like thud, it's gone into the earth. Like that. And then yeah, so it's obvious that this is meant to be a symmetrical archway, but it's kind of been ruined. That's the plan. And stone brick stairs. What am I doing? How am I even swapping these things around? I was watching Etho's UHC episodes, and I really need to get used to what he does in the inventory, where you kind of press the number keys to switch things around. That's a really not inventive, I suppose he didn't invent it, but you know what I mean. It's a really efficient way of doing things. And I really need to get used to that being a habit instead of this click, click, click nonsense, because I could just go bam, water bucket, and there it is. I really need to get used to doing that. Let's do a little bit of practice for that now. If we press 5 for that one and then 6 for that one, I need to get like a specific order. I have a specific order for the stuff that's in my hotbar normally. For inventory management purposes, I normally have torches, pickaxe, sword, bow, because then it's like mining, and then combat immediately after that, and then tree harvesting, dirt harvesting, blocks, water bucket, food. That tends to be the order I put things in. And occasionally the blocks in the water bucket will change places. Like that'll be there and that'll be there. But it's not like essential necessarily. Like I just don't focus on that being my layout enough. So if I swap that in there, yeah, it's kind of cool. It flows well that way. I kind of like that. I'll try and do that more. Right, I'm going to get the rest of this done off camera. I think I'll come back to you guys in a second because I'm just waffling now instead of doing some more focused building. So let me finish this place off and I'll get back to you. Okay folks, this is what we've got so far. I'm pretty happy with this so far, to be honest. It's got a really nice kind of vibe to it. I took out some of the texture from the outside of the walls because I'm starting to feel like there is probably such a thing as too much texture. So we've gone with stone brick and cobblestone for the most part. I've done a little bit, I mean over here there's like a little bit of andesite in there, but that's not visible from the outside and it kind of blends okay with the sandstone. Over here I'm really happy with this sort of two-tone staircase I've got going on with the acacia wood and the sandstone. I think it looks kind of cool, and I wanted a sandstone floor up here, and for a start was really happy that the underside of smooth sandstone is actually smooth and tiles like that. It connects so you don't actually see a single block unless you outline it by mousing over, and it means you can vary the texture of this basically, because the bottom of regular sandstone looks like that kind of cracked texture, but it's kind of cool that you can have a smooth alternative. And I figured if there was going to be sandstone up here, there would have to be pillars supporting it, otherwise the entire thing would have fallen down in this earthquake. But having the pillars here makes it a little bit more sturdy, so it's slightly more feasible that there is still sandstone up here. And then I figure I'm going to make the top floor of this kind of like an acacia plank flooring, but I might put down some carpet or something like that, maybe just to give it a little bit more of a home vibe and to limit the amount of bright acacia we have around the place. But that is going to do for today. I will work on this a little bit more in my spare time, and hopefully you guys will see a little bit of a progress update when we return to the ruin on Monday. Thank you very much for watching this video. My name has been Pixlriffs. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from Minecraft and other fun stuff, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. A lot of people have said they really like the way I design banners, so I figured I would share my top 5 tips and tricks for how to design banners in Minecraft, and I would show you guys some of the banners you're going to see regularly in my Minecraft series.